Rice.
Was that wrong?
It cannot be wrong because rice is part of food shop. It cannot be wrong.
It was specific. Was it wrong or was it correct?
No, to me it's not wrong.
It's not?
It's not wrong.
Was it correct, sir?
Of course it's correct because rice is part of food shop.
والله عزيز حكيم وللمطلقات متاع بالمعروف حقا على المتقين كذلك يبين الله لكم.
Now let me ask you again. Your statement, you said your advertisement you saw was to supply rice. You were very specific. Were you not specific? Were you not specific regarding what you saw on the advertisement?
In the statement, I mentioned rice.
Can you please answer the question? Were you not specific?
In the rice, yes.
In the rice. Is it not correct that you never stated foodstuff?
I never stated foodstuff in the statement, yes.
Good. Is it not correct that you never stated oil?
Yes.
Good. You went down to your statement and then you buttressed further on that and in fact gave specifications, the exact number of bag of rice that they requested. You never mentioned foodstuff, never mentioned oil.
Council, to mention rice in the is part of food shop, that is not correct and that is not dishonesty.
But that's true because banana is part of foodstuff.
Yeah, but I was not asked to supply them banana. I was not asked them to supply them oranges. I was asked them to supply the rice. That's why I mentioned rice.
Mr. Diba?
Yes.
Can we have decorum, please?
Okay. Thank you.
And please answer the question so that we can proceed.
Okay.
Because we do not want to have one witness for the whole week.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So please answer the questions. Where you need to clarify, you clarify. Because everything that is being put to you is based on what is in the statement. For the time being, even if whereas things have been brought to your attention, which you forgot, the honest thing to do is to accept what you have written here. We will understand that this is what you said, but when you were confronted with documents, you understand, it's either you must have forgotten or you did not avert your mind to it, which we can accept. But for what is being presented to you is a fact. It's not a conjecture. So what is being put to you, you answer the questions and we proceed. Okay?
Okay, as you said, the only thing that the council will always refuse here is clarification. He will never allow you to make clarification because he have the opportunity to say to you whatever, then you will not be given an opportunity to make clarification. And that is not fair to me. This is what I was complaining yesterday. This council will never allow you to make clarification. Anytime you want to say, no, just answer question, just answer question. I want to make clarification. You are not giving me opportunity to make clarification.
Mr. Diba, I think we should respect the Gambian people. It is the Gambian people that are paying us.
Yes.
And if you had never wanted to sit on that chair, you should not have done business with the council in the first place. All of us, one way or the other, we do business with government. And when we are asked to come and explain, we should have the integrity and the honesty to come and state the facts as they are. Because that is what will make us who we are. You understand? So please, and for the last time, I am asking you, let's answer the questions as they are. Because I have told you, I will not sit here and allow any lawyer to bully any witness. Let me tell you something. It is not to the interest of anybody for us to have this back and forth. Because you are wasting your time and you are wasting our time. Council, can you?
So I've always said in the beginning, if I ask the question, you answer and you explain. If you want to explain, no problem. But you first answer the question and explain. Now, what you had stated in your statement regarding the advertisement with respect to rice and the amount requested for the rice is the same invoice, cash invoice you had sent on the 29th of April 2020 regarding the rice. 655 bags of rice of 25 kilograms at an unit price of $650 at an amount of $425,750. This was in April 29th, 2020. There was no mention of oil, only rice, exactly as we have stated in this statement. Is that not correct?
Correct.
Good. Now, the amount you were paid entirely, like I indicated, was $542,200, and about $68,500 was the balance.
Correct.
Do you follow?
Correct.
And I had asked the question, were you paid the balance?
At that time, no.
When were you paid the balance?
Later. I cannot remember which date.
So you were paid the balance through check or through bank?
All my payments were done through the bank.
Through the bank. So they had wired this money to your bank account?
Sometimes they will pay me, they will give me a check to go to the banks and receive it from their account.
From the account?
Whilst they will not transfer. You know, bank transfers, they will transfer the fund to my account.
Yes.
But sometimes they will give me a check to go to bank and withdraw from their account.
Now, interestingly, in August, there were a series of payments again.
Exactly.
Into your account.
But I want to make clarification here.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
That was the agreement as you stated. The agreement for the initial stage is rice and oil.
Yes.
But in my statement,
yes,
I only mentioned rice.
Yes.
But oil was part of the agreement, I remember fully.
Right.
The only thing that was not part of the agreement for me to supply them was sugar.
Yes.
At that juncture.
Yes.
But later on, when I was called for arrangement, sugar was part of it.
Yes.
And even after that, there were other demands that before I did not remember. And those demands were also provided as it stated in the previous, my previous statement yesterday.
Very well. Now, 11th of August 2020, you sent an invoice of $601,500.
That is correct.
The invoice is for 400 bags of 25 kilograms of rice. The unit price is $560. And 400, is it liters of oil?
Liter oil, 5 liters, yes.
Yes, 5 liters. Unit price $600. You have 100 bags of 50 kilograms of sugar. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct.
And the amount is $601,500 altogether.
That is correct.
You had said yesterday, and don't hesitate to correct if I am wrong as well, or again, that this is an updated invoice of the one sent on the 29th of April 2020. Did you not say that, sir?
I did say that.
You said that? I
said that.
So which means this invoice, as you have been asked by the lead counsel, contains the $425,750.
That is correct.
Is that not correct?
That is correct.
So ideally, the part payment you had received for this particular invoice will involve the 3 installmental payments of $200,000, $307,000, and the $35,000.
Well, that is correct.
That's correct?
Yeah.
But in August, what I want to tell you is that in August, the amount of money you had received is almost exactly $601,000, because first you had received $400,000 and $201,500. How much would that be? Can you please add it up?
400, that would be 601,500.
Exactly the invoice, which was an updated invoice of the first installment. So this particular payment invoice is exactly the amount of invoice you had received in August. How do you explain that?
Okay. Council, this invoice, the last invoice that you are talking
Yes.
about, this invoice, the 601,500,
Yes.
this invoice was done in August.
Was not?
Was done in August, not so.
A rush.
August.
Yes.
Okay. Later on, $400,000 that was transferred to my account was also provided. Foodstuffs were provided for them for that particular amount, $400,000. And I believe the $201,500 also was also provided. I did not see the invoice.
You know what happened?
Yes.
You know what happened?
I don't know.
What happened is that you had payments that you cannot justify.
I cannot justify?
Yes. There were payments beyond your contract award.
No.
Exactly.
For the
Provide the documents.
For the first contract.
No, wait. You had said the 601,000 is an updated invoice of the 425,000.
For the initial agreement, yes.
Yes. Which means the $601,000 is, there had already been 542,000 paid already.
Okay.
Paid already. So let's do the math and see.
Okay, now.
No, wait. Just take your time. Just take your time. Let's
I
do
want
the
to
math.
make clarification.
Okay.
You said you will allow me to
Okay,
make
go ahead and
clarification.
clarify, sir.
Now, when we made this arrangement to provide them the rice, sugar, and oil, $601,000, the invoice was provided. The invoice was provided for that. And there are other invoices for $400,000 for foodstuff and receipt.
Yes.
So you say $400,000 and $201,000 that would have been already paid more than the amount I
Let me show
supplied.
you the invoices. There are two invoices.
Yes,
One for 425,700.
Yes.
And one for 601,500.
Yeah.
Is that not correct?
That was the invoice I saw here, yes.
Yes, yes. And then you had told the commission through your conversation with the lead counsel that the 425,000 was updated to $601,500.
That is correct.
Is that correct, sir?
That is correct.
Good. That is before August. This is in April.
Yes.
This is for supplies done in April.
Yes.
The amount would be $601,000 instead of $425,000.
Okay.
And out of the $601,500, you were paid $542,000.
Yeah, for the initial.
Now, I want you to calculate and tell me what the balance would be.
I think I said it, yes.
601,500 minus 542,000 would be how much?
Council, I answered that here. Twice. That is 68,000, I don't know, 500. Unless you want me to calculate again.
Take your time. Exactly. Which means exactly that is the balance that you were owed.
Should I?
So that this $600,000 have already been taken care of if it was an updated invoice. Where is the invoice for this 601,000 in August?
The 600
1,000 in August.
Where is the invoice for that?
Yes, yes.
The 601,000 for the invoice, no, but there are receipt for $400,000. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Before you have a receipt, you will have an invoice.
I said it here. In fact,
now where is the invoice for the 601,000 in August?
I did not have it. I did not have the invoices.
So you were paid.
And
You were paid more than you supplied.
no, I was never paid more than I supplied.
But provide the evidence.
Anyway, I cannot provide the receipt and the invoice, but the receipt that is already provided was before you. That was the $400,000 receipt that they transferred to my account, and the foodstuff were provided for them. I don't know how is it possible that area council or the procurement of
area council, you are here. You are a businessman. You run Nemasu Enterprise. Throughout your defense, both on social media and in your statement, you never mention of any other business apart from the $655 rice you have bag of rice you have supplied.
That I remember by
Yes.
council.
You had mentioned over and over again
Yes.
in the media before the investigators that you had only supplied 655 bags of rice.
Can I come?
And yes,
Okay. I mentioned this in media. But when I come to the commission here, I said this several times. This was what I remember. And there are other things that I remember. I did not mention that in the media. That was the oil. And I mentioned oil here as well. So if I am shown a receipt, and this receipt that you've seen is provided my business, I did not deny it. I said I accept it. It's my receipt. I provided them food stuff. And I issued the receipt and invoice for them.
The receipt is dated the 11th of August 2020. $400,000.
Okay. And they transferred the fund to my account on the 12th of August 2020.
It's a check. $400,000 for Nemasu Enterprise.
Yeah, when I provided them the food stuff.
Wait a minute. Just take your time in August.
Okay.
So that your outstanding balance of 68,000, like you said, it didn't reflect anywhere that you have been paid to bank transfer. April, that was May, June, July, August, 4 months after. There were mysterious transfers in your account. And all you see is a check of $400,000 in your name. What did you supply?
Foodstuffs.
What foodstuffs did you supply?
Normally, I supply them rice.
No, not normally. For the $601,000 exactly, what did you supply?
The foodstuff that I supply myself, that's the list I'm trying to tell you, Council.
And how can it be exactly the invoice that you had sent, that you had said was an updated version?
Should I answer your question?
Yes.
The foodstuff that I supply myself area council, what I remember is rice, sugar, and cooking oil.
I am now asking you a specific question. April transaction, already gone, done and dusted. Is that not correct, sir?
It cannot be done and dusted, council, because
Why?
April transaction was later updated.
Updated to when?
Updated in August.
No. You said it was updated when they asked for a reduction of the rice.
When they asked for me to supply them sugar, when the sugar was not part of the demand.
Exactly, that was in April.
That was the updated.
April, May.
It's not April, May. I said during the time of the distribution. I cannot remember which date, but I was called for an arrangement. The invoice was provided in August, but I don't even know, I cannot remember whether it was during the distribution that very day, the invoice was provided or not. But I believe the arrangement was done during the distribution, and later I provided them the invoice.
You see, here we work with evidence, and I am willing, and everybody is willing to accept your evidence as long as you have evidence to back it up.
Okay.
What we see is the second updated invoice of $601,500 that you are talking about is exactly the financial transactions in your account in August. It is not an updated invoice as you have said. That is not true. This invoice is in August.
Okay. Should I explain?
Yes.
Now, you are only talking about the financial transaction of August, $601,500 in August.
Yes.
Now you forgot the transaction that took place in April.
But in April.
And the same time, on the 2nd April, on the 19th, I don't know, 19th April, I don't know, again.
No, I didn't forget. You know why I didn't forget?
I'm not saying you forgot. I said,
yes.
You said these were the transactions that took place in August.
Yes.
And there are other transactions. I am telling you, there are transactions by supplying them foodstuff before they can give me that amount.
Did you not say that this invoice in August applies to April transactions?
For the arrangement of
yes.
the rice and sugar, yes.
Done and dusted. Why are you receiving this money in August? Exactly $601,500 in August.
Where am I receiving them?
Yes. For what?
Whether I forgot it. I said I received them.
Let me read to you your invoice on the 11th of August 2020. Again, 400 bags of rice, 400 liters of oil, this thing, and 100 bags of sugar. The amount is $601,500. You said it's the updated version, of which you have been paid $500,000 plus. Is that correct?
That was the updated version.
Yes. Let's now put it aside. In August, 12 August 2023, you were paid $400,000. For what?
For the supply of foodstuffs.
Which kind of foodstuff?
The rice, sugar, and oil. I don't know the specification.
Where is the invoice?
The invoice, I give it to them. I provided them the invoice and the receipt.
$201,500 24th August 2020.
I provided them the receipt and invoice for all the supply I did for myself.
Where is the invoice?
Well, me, I don't have it.
What did you supply?
I supplied them foodstuffs.
What kind of foodstuffs?
Rice, sugar, and oil.
Did you not say you forgot what you supplied them?
I said the specification, that's what I forgot, but not the foodstuff. The specification, that I forgot that.
Did you not say before that they even had to remind you in Masakonko that you supplied them with foodstuff, but you said you even forgot about that?
Council, I said this several times. Yes. I never said I forgot the products that I supplied them. The specific product, the varieties of the product, I never said I forgot that. The specification that I cannot remember for the last supply I made to them. But the products were rice, sugar, and oil.
And I am telling you, they overpaid you.
No, they don't know. Area Council never overpaid me.
They did, because
no, the
amount of money you had received in your account, you never supplied anything in August.
I did not supply anything.
In August?
I supplied them, Council.
Any questions?
Yes.
Sorry,
Mr. Diba. Sorry. Yes, let me just give you a minute so that you can settle down. Now, Mr. Diba, it is true that the Mansakonko Area Council made 5 payments into your account. 5 payments.
Okay.
The first payment was 200,000.
Okay.
This was on the 28th of April 2020, right?
Okay.
And on the 2nd of May, they made an additional payment of 307,000.
Correct.
Dollars. And on the 19th of May, they made payment into your account 35,000.
Correct.
And in August, on the 11th of August, they made a payment of 400,000.
Was it 12?
Yes, 12th of August.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
They made payment of 400,000.
Correct.
And on the 24th of August, they made a payment of 201,500.
Correct.
Now, and the totality of products you supplied to the area council, if I can get your evidence, amounted to 601,500. Is that correct?
For the invoices.
For the products that you supplied to them.
For the the evidence.
For the items that you have supplied to them, that is by virtue of the updated invoice.
The invoices, yes.
So those are the amounts you supplied to the council.
No, I supplied them more than that.
You supplied them more than
that.
Yeah. But do you have, just like what council asked, pro forma and a receipt to show that you supplied them with additional products, which was different from what was advertised?
No, I did not supply them the product that was not advertised, because the supply I did for my Sakongo area council were only full stop. The only thing that I can say was the receipt that provided the supply of food stock, $400,000. The receipt that provided the amount of $400,000 was food stock. But actually the invoice was also provided as the receipt together.
Yes.
And the other payment also.
Now let's just get this clear.
Mm-hmm.
Your updated invoice shows that You supplied them with rice, sugar, and oil. Your updated invoice, right?
Yeah, from April supply.
Yes.
No, the April supply is rice and oil.
Yes.
So that's why when we did the arrangement, we updated that to sugar.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. I said, you know, when you update, it applies both to April and August. Am I correct?
Yeah, for that particular supply.
Yeah, no, what I mean is, when you updated the invoice, it entailed both April and August supplies.
Yeah, for that particular one, yes.
For everything that you have supplied to
No,
them.
no. I supplied them other stuffs.
Other stuffs?
Other stuffs, which I cannot remember the specification, but I supplied them any money that must have
So
gone.
now, Mr. Diba, how would you make us believe that aside from what is in your invoice, you have supplied them additional products?
What?
If you did not keep a receipt, you did not keep an invoice.
Okay.
What we can see as evidence from the transactions between you, your business, and the council is that they have made payment. And these payments, there is serious overpayment to you. And the only way we can ascertain and prove that indeed this overpayment is as a result of you supplying them additional foodstuffs, as you said, in quote, right? And the only way we can justify that you paid them, that the overpayments that the council did was as a result of the fact that you have supplied them additional foodstuffs, in quote, as you said.
Should I come?
Let me finish. The only way we can prove that is the additional invoice they would have asked you to present, the additional agreement, if there is any, the additional receipt that you give them with respect to those amounts. Do you have the invoice and the receipt?
I don't have the invoice and the receipt.
Yes.
But
was there any invoice or receipt?
Of course, there were invoices and the receipt.
Yes.
The number one clarification that I can give was the 400,000 that was transferred to my account. The receipt was provided them, and the receipt is here. I'm sorry, I'm making my hand like this. The invoices was also provided equally for that particular transaction.
Hold on, let me just check and confirm with you what you said. Registrar, can you bring us the receipt for the 400? Because the 400 was for the 12th of August. So you gave them a receipt of 400,000.
Of course.
Yes.
And I gave them both receipt and invoice.
Yes. 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 You give them a receipt of 400, which was dated the 11th of August. And you gave them a receipt for 425. It's not the same because the amounts are different.
This receipt of 425
yes.
was April.
No, wait. This is a receipt, right? The 425 is a receipt.
The date?
Yes, this is the date in April.
Yes, that was the
so this is evidencing the 655 bags you supplied them.
Of the rice.
And this was delivered to them.
This was the rice was delivered, but the rice were later reduced.
Okay. So now, this additional 400,000, is it the same as this one?
No, this $400,000 is a separate transaction. This is the $400,000 receipt that you have seen. It has gone together with the invoice of $400,000, the foodstuff that they demanded. The very day that we made this arrangement for the rice, sugar, and oil, that was the day that I give them the other receipt, the receipt for $400,000 and the invoice as well. And the foodstuffs were provided for them. Even before they make payment, any payment they make to me before they make, whilst I would have deliver everything, later they make payment.
Okay. So we can...
the receipt is there.
It is for us to look at the documents and your evidence on this aspect.
Okay.
Council, Now, before I hand you over to counsel, let me just ask you this question.
Can you
yes, yes.
ask me to go on?
Yes, you can. You are excused. Yeah? Now,
well, sorry, I'm suffering from
no problem. I understand. Everybody is going through this because of the change of weather. You understand? We have noted in the documents you attached to your statement, particularly the one for your business registration. We are aware that as at the time you were awarded the contract, you did not present a renewed business registration. Is that right? Is that correct?
Before I was awarded this contract,
yes.
I want to make clarification here. My meetings with the council and the procurement, by that time I did not present any document to them except for my application. But when when my registration was done, because council told me during that meeting, if you don't register, we are not awarding you this contract. Anybody who is not registered, we will not award you this contract. My registration was sent to me. I received my registration.
No, I'm not talking about procurement. I'm talking about at the Ministry of Justice. Your business registration was not renewed.
By that time?
Yes, by that time.
Okay. Maybe I don't remember that. But later I could have renewed.
Because we have checked.
Okay.
And we realized that as at the time you were awarded, you did not present a valid business registration.
I did not.
As per the date and time, that is 2020.
Yeah, that could be, as I said,
yes.
When I was council, the documents that they asked me,
yes.
They asked me to submit when I...
Yes, before you explain that, so what I said, is it correct?
Well, I cannot remember submitting, in fact, the business registration.
Registration.
I don't.
You didn't remember.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
But I was asked to submit my documents when I was all my documents, the business registration, and also because for the first time when I went there with my certificate of GPP certificate, I even submitted the original one. I left it there because they already give me, and I agree with them. I'm going to buy you today.
No, I'm not talking about the GPP. I'm talking about, yes, that is what I'm saying. I understand what you are saying, but
okay.
You have confirmed that as at the time you were being awarded, you did not have a valid certificate of business registration from the Attorney General's chambers.
I said I don't remember.
Yes. Okay, you said you did not remember.
I do not remember.
But we have confirmed that as at that time, you did not present that document.
Okay.
Thank you. So, Counsel, can you proceed, please?
For now, we have no question for this witness.
Yes. Let me...
Good afternoon, Mr. Diva. Just for clarity purposes, I'm not a genius, but I think I just want to understand.
Sorry, Mister. Did you give the registrar the account? He said you have your.
He said
you have your email.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, so please send it to him. Let him print it. We look at it before we discharge.
Yeah, let him come.
Yes, send it to the email because he said you have his email. I just checked with him.
It's the same email yesterday.
Yes, it's the same email. So just send it.
Let me send right away.
Yes. Okay, sorry, you can close it.
I've sent it to you.
You sent it? Okay.
Okay, Mr. Diba.
Yes.
Listening to your testimonies, correct me if I am wrong.
Mr. Mbala.
You are saying that
Mr. Mbala.
you are saying that you are not overpaid for the contract with Masakongo Area Council. No overpayment was made to you.
No overpayment was never paid.
So in other words, from when you started your testimony, first and foremost, the 655 bags of rice amounted to 425,750, which was invoiced on the 28th of, which was invoiced in April. Is that a correct statement that that is one of your invoices?
The 425,750
rice was the invoice for the 655 bags of rice.
That was the first invoice.
Now, from your statement here, you have received, for that invoice, you have received 200,000. You've also received 307,000, and you've also received 35,000. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm right. Now, that gives you a total that you have received for this one invoice of 425,750. You've received a total of 542,000.
The other invoice was
no, please. I'm just saying what you have said and what you have received. Am I right? I'm not adding anything there.
Yeah, because
okay, I agree.
That payment of 500
statement. I do agree with your statement.
The payment of 542,000 was not only for the invoice for the rice, was for the invoice for the rice and the oil. But they only show me the invoice of rice here.
Now, what I wanted to do, I'm just trying to separate the two transactions. Your second invoice was for 601,500, and that I don't want to use updated. Because if I use the word updated, it means you are updating what you had previously sent. And from what you are saying is that you are denying that this is not an updated version of the 425, if I understand you now.
I'm denying what the updated version of 400.
The 425 is a separate
for rice
invoice.
Specifically.
Yes, for rice. Now this 601,500, I don't want to use the word updated for updating your 425. I'm just saying this is a new invoice that you had given to the council.
Well, if you use the word new invoice, it could have been new, of course, because it was later provided to council as invoice for the supply of goods, rice, sugar, and oil.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is this a separate invoice?
This is a separate invoice because the invoices
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. This is a separate invoice as opposed to the invoice for the rice, which is 425.
Yeah, initial.
Okay. So for this invoice of 601,500, you have been paid in full.
No.
By these two payments in August.
No.
You've been paid 400,000, and then you later on received 201,500 in on the 12th of August and on the 24th of August, adding to 601,500.
And the $400,000 payment was not part of this 600. Was a separate transaction.
No, but you see, that is why I'm saying I'm getting confused in my head. I was trying to compartmentalize what you are saying.
Because what, if you allow me, I explain. The only thing that tells me here, they take the calculation that $400,000 was paid to my account, $201,000 was paid to my, $1,500 was paid to my account, and totaling this will give you $601,500, and that was the invoice that I provided on the 11th August. If you see the transactions that I provided for council, it started in April. They gave me an advance of $200,000, and also made payment to my account $307,000 on the 19th. On the 2nd May, and on the 19th, I don't know actually if I'm right, they made payment of $35,000, which will give you $542,000. And for the initial arrangement, the arrangement I made with them for $601,500, the balance would have been $68,500.
No, wait, hold it there. I think you are getting into a time difference.
No,
please. The reason why I'm saying you are mixed up the time.
No.
Allow me. I allowed you to explain.
Okay.
Now allow me to explain. As I said, I want to compartmentalize the transactions. Now, you are saying these three payments of 200,000, 307,000, and 35,000 were done in April.
No, we are not all done in April.
When were they done?
The first payment was done in April.
And May. It's April and May. Okay. It's April. The 35 was in May, but the other two big ones were in April. Okay. Now that gives you a total of 542,000. But the invoice that you had submitted to the council as at April and May, the only invoice that we have or that we have seen is for the rice, which is 425,750. Am I right?
That the invoice that you have seen here,
yes.
It is correct to say that
yes.
The invoice you have seen here was $425.
And you have received 542,000.
425,750 that you have seen here. But there are other invoices that I don't see here, which I provided.
Now, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We are dealing with evidences. And evidences is something that you can show.
Honorable Commissioner, the explanation what I wanted to do here is $425,000 is the invoices that I provided them for rice.
We accepted that.
Now, I said I provided them the invoice the same day for the oil, and I don't see that invoice and the receipt. And later on, these people called me for the arrangement. I did the arrangement with them.
You see, that's why I'm
but
saying.
But this 542,000, that cannot represent the payment of $442,000, $75,000.
Compartmentalize these things and put it in a time frame.
But your compartmental, it seems to me that I have to assume that 542,000 represents the payment of $435,000.
No, I'm just saying.
You said that's what I.
No, listen to me carefully. I am saying, if you add these three payments, the invoice submitted during this period, not after, but during this period, is a total of 425,750. I did not assign any payment to say this is rice, this is oil, this is sugar. I'm just saying the amount of money that you have received between April and May. Just hold on. And May 19th is 542,000. Is that true or false?
I received that amount.
Okay, fine. Now, I'm saying, correct me where I'm wrong. You have invoiced them again. You call it a second invoice or an updated. I don't like to use the word updated because it is reflecting onto something else. But you are saying a second invoice was prepared where you have to give them rice, sugar, and oil. And that amounted to 601,500. Is that true?
I gave them an invoice of 601,500
yes.
for rice.
And that includes for rice, sugar, and oil. Yes.
And this.
So this is another invoice separate from the first one.
This is a separate invoice from the.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've been saying.
I said this several times, sir.
Yes, but you see, when you say that and you start to
no,
jumble here and there, that's why I'm trying. I'm just helping you to form your defense.
No, what you asked me here, you said, should I accept that the $542,000 payment represent the invoice of 400? I said no, because there are other invoices. That is the oil. That's what I was clarifying.
That's why I said I'm compartmentalizing the payments to invoices. This 601,500 was the latest invoice that you submitted for the rice, sugar, and oil.
Yes, when we did the arrangement.
Yes, after you have reviewed the arrangement. When you say review, it means you are reviewing what you was previously agreed to.
Exactly.
Now, just hold on. You are talking exactly. You
yes.
are hooking yourself.
Yes.
Because if it was something that you had reviewed, it's for something that was done before, it means we are coming back to this 425,000.
Yeah, that was the
Now,
arrangement.
that 425,000, if you have received, you said it has been paid into your account.
425?
Sorry, 542.
Of course,
Yes, just hold on. That has been paid into your account. Now, you have, as you said, you reviewed. Once you are reviewing, it's something that you had already done. And what you have already done is to supply them with rice. And now you are saying with other commodities, which we have not seen the evidences of. What we have seen as an evidence is that the 542,000, if you say it was a review, then it means it has to be added to the 601,000 that you had received in August, because you are reviewing what was done in April and May.
Right.
Okay? Is that right?
What I'm trying to say, what you said, I cannot say you are not correct.
No, if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
No, I will not say that. What I am saying here is the update or the review what you are using means I have agreed with these people an amount of a price of $650 per bag. And these people did not ask me to supply sugar. It was only the rice and oil I was asked to supply. And these people asked me for arrangement, and I agreed to it. They come and asked me to reduce the price of rice. I agreed. They said, okay, now make this in for this. You give us sugar and oil. I agreed to it. I provided them invoice based on our agreement. And those are the amount of stuffs you see on that particular invoice. And later on, this other $601,000 that was transferred to my account was also provided for them. And I provided an invoice of $400,000 for the food stuff I supplied them. The receipt is before you. And the other receipt, I did not see it. No, I don't have it. But I provided them.
Okay,
and
thank you.
never overpaid me.
Thank you.
Mr. Diba, how much money did you receive in total?
Unless I calculate.
Calculate it now.
Thank you.
For the first and second invoice, put them together.
It should be 1,143,000.
That is the amount of money you received. But for the second one, for the second invoice, which is exactly the first amount as the first invoice.
You asked me to calculate. I'm calculating.
No, already council gave it to me.
So that is okay for you? Represent the total amount I received from council, $1,143,500.
Okay. Now, for the first ones, you've provided the evidence. The second one, where is the evidence? The receipts, the invoices, the contracts, where are they?
The second one,
August.
the 400 August is there. The receipt is there.
August.
For the $400,000.
Do we have that?
The $400,000 receipt is there.
No, no. What I'm saying is the 600,000 that they give you in August.
That's
where are those documents?
The $400,000 is there, but $201,500.
Okay.
That one I don't have.
Do we have the list of things that you have supplied?
Well, what I supply, I don't have the list here, the number of the bags but I supply them rice, sugar, and oil.
Do you know that you have broken all the procurement rules in this country? Do you know?
I am the one who broke the procurement rules?
Yes, yes.
Okay, maybe
you and your client.
Maybe
you and the council.
Maybe I don't know the procurement rules.
You don't know and then you went into the contract without knowing the rules. It means that you played the game without knowing the rules.
Well, definitely I cannot, because I am not a lawyer or I'm not someone who knows the laws. Definitely, I cannot say I know the laws of this country. I don't know it. So I don't know whether the procurement law says if you supply someone foodstuffs. I'm just giving you an example that you cannot mention foodstuff. If that's supposed to mean I broke the rules, then I don't know that.
Do you have the delivery note for the second supply?
I give them the delivery note. I don't remember whether it is once or twice, but I remember giving them delivery note.
And then ignorance of the law is no excuse.
I'm not saying I am ignorant to the law.
No, thank you.
Yes, let's just conclude. Yes.
Mr. Diba, I have seen the statement covering the period 1st December 2019 to 15th of November 2023. I haven't seen the opening balance here, but we have the statements, but we will deal with those ones when we are done with looking at this one that you gave us.
So
for this one that you gave us.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that this one did not indicate the opening date in this statement. Yes, I know that this is what they sent to you.
I want to make clear that when I went to the bank, clearly I told them the commission need the opening date to today.
Okay.
In fact, on the 16th. I told them that please provide me for the account opening date
yes.
to date. This is what I told them.
We will write to the bank.
He told them.
Yes.
He told me it's from December.
Yes.
To today. That's what he told me.
Yes,
so he sent me the item.
We will write to the banks,
No
and
problem.
we are certain.
No problem.
So apart from this GT bank, do you have any other bank accounts?
I have other bank account, but I never do the transaction with myself.
And which account are those ones?
I have Trust Bank account.
Trust Bank
Yes.
account. But this is your only business account?
This is my business account.
Yes.
With GT Bank.
Yes, but do you have a personal account which is different from your business account?
GT Bank, no.
Not GT Bank.
I have Trust Bank account.
Which is personal?
Which is personal savings account, yes.
Savings account.
Yes.
It's not Nemasu Enterprise.
No, it's not Nemasu, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let me ask. Do you recall saying that you don't recall the transactions, the monies that were sent to your account by the Massachusetts Area Council in August?
Whether I don't recall.
Whether you recall saying that you cannot recall that monies were sent into your account in August?
Yeah, of course. I remember I said this. Yeah, I cannot recall. But when I was on the account, because for me personally, even when I went to the bank, I have some little argument with them because they say I should provide them the account number. I told them I don't remember the account number.
You recall that in August you said you were not aware that monies were paid into your account.
I said I do not recall.
Monies were paid.
I had other transactions, unless for them to pay me other transactions,
Yes.
other funds.
Yes.
But when I was on the account, I remember it quickly because the funds were transferred to me and I provided them the receipt. The receipt has indicated, I said, these were in fact the transaction I said I did not record.
So you recall that?
When I was on the receipt, I recorded, yes.
And do you have the invoice for the 11th of August 2020?
I don't have it, but I provided.
Can you show, let's take your time, the invoice for the 11th of August 2020? That is the invoice you have sent. Is that correct, sir?
Huh?
That is the invoice you have sent.
Yeah, this is the invoice I give them 11.
And that is the updated invoice for all the foodstuffs that you have sent to the area council.
No. This cannot be the old foodstuff. Masakunga area council, I provided them foodstuffs up to 1,100,000 gross.
But this is an updated version of what?
Of the first this thing.
Of the?
First invoice of the 400.
Which amounts to?
Which amounts to $601,500?
$500, yes.
$500, yeah.
Good. And how many bags of rice?
Here is 400.
400.
For rice.
How many liters of oil?
400. Here.
400.
Here, yes.
And bags of sugar?
Here, 100.
Let me show you a payment voucher in August. Do you